Okay, so hi guys, and welcome to English class. To everyone that's in class, which I don't know where is everyone. It looks like everyone is online. So Adriano, Brian, Anna, Yaneth, Jonathan, Min, I hope you're well. Sebastian too, Dickerson, Franco, Jimena. Wow, everyone's online. Lewis, if I forgot anyone, let me know. But hi guys, hi guys. Why are you not in class?
Because for me, I was working and finished maybe for 14.
Yeah, you finished pretty late work.
Yeah, I'm right now home. I'm
Yeah,
cooking my lunch.
and cooking, yeah, or your dinner, yeah.
Yeah, no, lunch, not dinner.
Oh, still lunch. Wow, at this time,
Yes,
yeah.
very busy day.
Yeah, so that's okay. You can stay home and study from home. That's why we have online. So we can, sometimes when we're too busy, we can come online and learn. And hi, everyone else. Brian, the weather, and waiting for an order from the Australian Post. Yep. So that's good reasons. That's okay. You can, as long as you're online learning and following, we're going to keep continuing with our English learning. So what we've been looking at is the past simple. If you remember, the past simple with our regular verbs and our irregular. So now we know how to make sentences in the past. So it's sentences, if someone asks you, what did you do yesterday? What did you do last week? What did you do last year? So now you know how to respond and you know how to ask questions as well about someone else. What did they do? You know how to talk about someone and using lots of action, our verbs. We know how to put them in the past. We know how to pronounce them correctly now. And we also know about using time expressions. So we can say, before the subject, we can say yesterday, last night, last year, when I was a child. You can even say the year, in 1985, or in the month, last December, or the occasion, last Christmas, and then start your sentence. So, yeah, we've learned a really good structure for how to speak and talk about something that's happened in our past. And past just means not this moment now, but any time before this moment. So it could be even 1 hour ago. It could be this morning. It could be yesterday. That's all using the past simple grammar. That's what it means, the past. It just means not this moment now, but the past simple. Okay, so let's keep continuing and practicing and learning and perfecting our grammar with using the past simple. So we are here today. We're looking at life logging. Now, life logging is not something we really use the term today. Today, we might say something like posting, blogging, writing websites. So what it is pretty much just sharing your content. So maybe you make videos, maybe you write something online, or it could be a Facebook post, Instagram post. That's what life logging means. It means sharing a moment in your life with other people, and you share it on a platform. A platform means like an online space. So as I said, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, or now it's called X. That's what this is about, life logging. So just sharing a moment in your life with other people. So let's look at these sentences about what someone did last week. Complete the sentences with these verbs. So we've got the verb made, that's in the past, irregular. Posted, that's a regular verb because it takes the ed. Took, that's irregular. It comes from the verb to take. Wore, that's irregular. It comes from the verb to wear. And wrote, that's irregular. It comes from the verb to write. So irregular means they do not have the ed ending. They just have their own rule. There's a list of them online. There's no rule for them. It's just, that's why they're called irregular. That means they break the rule. Everyone has their own rule. So the first sentence, I what my diary. I wrote. Yeah, I wrote in my diary. So maybe you can put a time phrase in the beginning. Yesterday, I wrote in my diary. Last night, I wrote in my diary. Last week, doesn't matter. It's a time phrase. So next sentence, I something photos and shared them with friends. I took photos and shared them with friends. Yeah. Number 3, I something a fitness tracker and went running. What did I do with the fitness tracker? What action did I do? I wore. That means to put something on, not just clothes, but it could be a watch, a tracker, a fitness tracker. That means it tells you what your heart rate is, what your pulse rate is. So if I wore, that means I put on a fitness tracker and went running. So 2 actions there. Went is irregular. It comes from the verb to go. I something a video with my phone. I posted a video with my phone. I something comments on social media. I made. I made comments. Because we make a comment. I made comments on social media. That means I wrote something to someone. Now, do you write a diary? So a diary is a book where we write our feelings and what happened to us. Maybe when we were young, yes. I don't think now many people write a diary. Does anyone have a diary? Maybe it's an online diary. Now there's apps that you could just write online. But a diary, yeah, is not very popular anymore. So a diary, as I said, is like a book. You can still buy them and you just write. That's a diary. You just write about your life, moments in your life, your day, events. How do you feel about something? So nobody really uses a diary anymore. Maybe we make small posts with photos now online. Okay, we're going to read an article together and we'll read it together. So we'll practice some English and then we'll come back and answer some questions. So let's read together. Okay, life logging, a 21st century diary. Okay, so let's read. This looks like the paragraph. In the 17th century, Samuel Pepys wrote the most famous diary in the English language. I'll just make it bigger, sorry, in the English language. He began the diary in 1660 and finished it in 1669. Pepys wrote about important events in the history of England and about the lives of famous people. His diary also described the everyday lives of the people in London and his family. So this diary is very useful for historians in the 21st century. So historians are people who study history. You can see the word history almost in it. So historian, someone who studies history. Today, some people still write, sorry, I lost my spot, still write in diaries. In a recent survey of 500 people, 23% said they wrote their diaries regularly. 1 in 5 men and 1 in 4 women. This included over 35% of people aged between 18 and 34. People aged between 35 and 64 don't often have a diary. Probably because they are busy with careers and family life. But 35% of people over 65 also write a diary. In the 21st century, a lot of people want to share their lives, and they record the things they do with digital technology. This is called life logging. Gordon Bell became famous as the first life logger in 2000. He wore a camera around his neck, and the camera automatically took a picture every 30 seconds. In this way, Bell made a digital diary of his life. Nowadays, everyone is a life logger. We take photos of what we had for breakfast, post comments on social media about the news, and make videos of events in our lives. We wear fitness trackers, so we know how much exercise we did and where we went. So just as today, historians read the diary of Samuel Pepys and learn about life 300 years ago. Maybe historians in the future will look at our photos, videos, and comments and learn about our lives in the 21st century. Okay, so let's go back to some questions. So if we have the first life logger, which paragraph do you think that one is? The first life logger. I'm doing question 3. Which one gives us information about the first person, the first life logger, the first person to... I think it's this paragraph where you've got the number 20, 25, because this one says it was Gordon Bell became famous as the first life logger. So this paragraph here is 3A. That gives us information about the first life logger. How about the diary of Samuel Pepys? This one, the first paragraph, the introduction, because it tells us about Samuel Pepys. He wrote, he did his diary in this year, finished it in this year. The people who write a diary today, information is here in this paragraph where it says number 15. It tells us today, not many people that are young. It said maybe the 35 to 64 don't often have a diary. Yeah. Only 23% still write in diaries. And life logging today and the future is the last paragraph. This paragraph, the last one, gave us information about today and in the future. We will look at our photos, videos, and comments. Okay, so I'm going to give you a moment to read the article again for yourselves and answer questions 4. And we'll come back and talk about the answers together. Okay, so we've read the article again. So I hope you've understood it. I hope you've looked at the past verbs that are in there. Try to recognize that. So now that you've read the article again for yourself, we had some questions. When did Samuel Pepys write his diary? (1660), yeah, to 1669, from this time. So that's why we say the word to. It means from 1960 to, from 1660 to 1669. What did he write about? The history of England? Yeah. Events, important events in the history or about the history of England. Yeah. And about the lives of famous people. So we can say important historic events. That means history events. So important historic events and about the lives of famous people. And about the lives of famous people. Okay, good. And what percentage of people write a diary nowadays? What percentage? What's the percent of people that write a diary now? 23%. That's a very small amount. 23. Yep. Who writes a diary more, men or women? Women. Women. Yep, the plural is pronounced women. That's okay. Who was the first life logger? No, who? So who is talking about a person? Who was the first person to start writing about life? Gordon Bell. How often did his camera take a photograph? Every 30 seconds. So he had a camera and every 30 seconds it took a photo. So imagine in his life, he's doing what he's doing in his life and it's taking a picture every 30 seconds. How do many people record and share their lives now? Now we take a photograph, yeah, we post it, post on social media. And what, sorry? Yeah, we write comments. Yep. In the future, why will people look at our photos, videos, and comments? To learn about our lives in the 21st century, in this period of time. Because remember, century means every 100 years. So now we're in the 21st century. So why will people in the future look at our photos and our videos and everything that we put online? To learn about our life in this period of time. Because for them, it will be the past. So they will look and see what our life was like. Good. So I hope you enjoyed reading that article all about, today we do a lot of social media posting. It's very common. Okay, let's look at some of these words. So we have the word write. We can use this action word, write, to write, in a number of ways. We can say we write about history. We write a diary. So that's using it with a noun. You write a diary, you write a book, you write an article, you write a paper, you write an academic paper. If you're at university, you write an essay, you write an assignment. Yeah. To write to your grandparents. So we can say to who? We're writing a letter to my parents, writing to the government, writing to the local council, writing to the president, writing to anyone. And we write down a word. So we know as you're learning English, you're probably doing a lot of that. You're writing down new words that you're learning. So that's one way to use this action word, write. We can write about, write at, write to, and write down. So it's interesting to see how do we use it with a preposition, or we can use it with an article like a or the. So, or write an email to my boss. That's another way. I wrote an email to my boss. About, another way to use write about history. I write about my life experiences. Okay, so that's how we use that one action word, write, but in many ways to talk about what we write about, who we write to, what we're writing. Okay, so what things do you write about every day or every week? Yeah. What things do you write every week or every day? Do you write a diary, a blog, a comment? Maybe for me, a comment, maybe not every day, but every week, because I see a video or yeah, I maybe write a comment. What do you write about? Some people, they write about food. They put a photograph of a place. Maybe if you took a photo and you write about the place. About work. Yeah, about your work. Sports, especially in January, we're going to have the Australian Open for the tennis. I like it. I watch it all the time. So you're going to see me posting a lot of Novak Djokovic post. So get ready because I'm a Novak Djokovic fan. So I'm going to post Novak Djokovic comments and photos of him and, yeah. Maybe nature. Maybe you go out, you take pictures of a beautiful garden or trees or, nature, birds, and maybe family. A lot of people take photos of their family and they just post and write about their family. Faith, that means religion. A lot of people like to post about their religion, inspiring words, and maybe friends. Yeah. And who do you often write to? Do you write to your friends, family, your lover, your partner? Yeah, so have a think about that. Who do you mostly write to? Maybe because you're in Australia, now of course you write to your family and friends back home. How do you write to these people? By email, text messages, social media, letter? Maybe WhatsApp messages, social media, text messaging. Yeah. Social media, messaging, text messages. We call text messages SMS. So text messages are also called SMS, and we say it that way. Oh, I received an SMS. I wrote an SMS. So SMS means text messaging. Which new words did you write down in your English class today? Which new word did you learn from reading this article today? Many? Many? Where do you start? There's many. Maybe live vlogging. That was a new word. Maybe you didn't hear that before. Because like I said, we don't use the word live vlogging now. We just use social media posting, platform. You might have heard a lot of those words. Okay, so let's look at true or false, answering true or false. You can share photos with families and friends. Do you think that's true? Yeah, of course. We should. That is something we should do. Yes. Sorry, not true or false. Which are for and which are against. So for means like it agrees, and against means it doesn't agree. So does the article, what we just read, agree that you can share photos with families and friends? Yes, it's for it. It agrees. It says that. It supports it. People spend all their free time looking at their photo. Did the article tell us that? No, it was kind of against it. It wasn't really showing us, telling us that. Fitness trackers make people do more exercise. It was kind of for, because it did say it was a good thing, using fitness trackers. I think I remember it said in this paragraph here. It said, we wear fitness trackers so we know how much exercise we did and where we went. So yeah, the article was for it. It was supporting. It was telling us, yes, fitness trackers. So F. It's interesting and fun to look at your past. Yes, that's what the article was showing us. That by sharing and writing about our lives, it's interesting. We can look back at many people before. Sometimes people write bad things about others. No, it was against it. It didn't want us to do that. It wanted us to write about positive things, about our life, take photos of what we had for breakfast, comment about news, make videos of events in our life. So the article did not say that or support that. Against A. And historians, remember that means people who study history, can learn about people from their photos and videos. Yeah, 4, F. Okay, so what's your opinion? Do you think that, are you for social media posting? Or are you against it? You don't agree? Do you agree or not agree with social media posting? As you have a think about it, we're going to do a bit of speaking exercise, but you're going to write it up. So the post is here on Facebook. You're going to pretend. Oh, sorry. you're going to pretend, thank you. You're going to pretend that you're going to make a post. Now, I don't want it to be very short. I want you to write maybe 6 or 7 sentences. So this is the post here. Okay, imagine you are uploading, sorry, I made a mistake in the thing. Imagine you are uploading a post about something. Okay, so put a comment. Now, because it is a post, in real life, you would add a photo. So add a picture. Imagine it could be one in your real album. I want you to upload a picture from your album and write about it, at least 6 sentences. I don't want it to be very short. So tell us what you took. Maybe you could say, this is a photo of me and my family. This photo was taken in our home in Colombia. That day was a special day because it was my birthday. So make sure you tell us information about the picture. Okay, because I want you to practice being able to post. We're using social media. We're using Facebook as an example, and we're going to create our own posts and try and add details. Okay, emojis, add images, emojis, add a picture as well. Because in real life, if this was on your social media, you would put a picture. Okay, we'll come back, we'll read it, we'll look at the English. Make sure you are using past simple. Don't write about now. Write, this photo was taken last year. This photo was taken yesterday. This photo was taken last week when I was at a Christmas party. Okay, whatever. Explain to us what the photo is using past simple. Okay, upload it. The post is there, and we'll come back and look at the English. Okay, so let's use this example from Dickerson. Thank you for hello. Hello. A beautiful place. Did you know that El Coco has a Colombian Caribbean coast? Question mark. That's good. This is one of its beautiful Bahia El Aguate, crystal clear waters. This is one of its beaches. Sorry, this is one of its beaches, which has crystal clear waters and a tranquility that you can breathe in this place. Nice. So we want to try and practice and good image as well using our past simple. So when were you there? Tell us. So you can just tell me in chat, when were you there? So I was here. Is that you in the photo? We want to try and practice our past simple. So make sure you're telling us about using your past simple. So I was here when? When did you take this photo? Dickerson?
Yes, teacher.
Yes. So when did you take this photo? I was here when?
I was here, the Choco, Colombia.
Yes. When? Last year? When?
Mm, no.
When were you in this photo? Is this you in the picture? Okay, I'm just going to make it up because
Yes, teacher.
yeah, when? Last year? When?
September
Yeah.
2023.
So in September.
In September.
Okay, so I was here in September. The tranquility was amazing. Because we want to practice past verbs. So tell us what happened. I stayed for, how long did you stay there? I stayed here for 1 week.
Yeah.
Okay, so we want to try and talk about what happened in our past. So I just made it up. I stayed there for 1 week. And it looks like a beautiful place. Thank you for sharing. There you go. A bit of Caribbean in Colombia.
Thank you, teacher.
Thank you. Okay, so whoever else is uploading, make sure you use your past simple. Give us some information. I was there. I went there. I stayed.
Sorry, teacher.
Oh, no, that's okay. I took this photo, whatever. Give us past simple sentences. But thank you. So next we have Shirley. So in September, I arrived in Melbourne, which felt much busier compared to Adelaide. Good. So Shirley used arrived, a regular past verb, to show us that she came there, she arrived, she landed in Melbourne. And then she used another past verb, felt. It comes from the verb to feel, which felt much busier compared to Adelaide. The streets were crowded. So very good. She's using her verb to be. And we know that some verbs are connected with the verb to be. So the streets were crowded with people. But there were numerous restaurants from various countries to choose from. You didn't use but correctly. But is only the streets were crowded, but then it got less busy by night. So it's not how you use but here. So the streets were crowded with people and there were many numerous restaurants from various countries to choose from. The weather was, that's good. We use was clear and pleasant as I strolled. Very good past regular verb. Strolled means to walk. As I strolled through the streets of Melbourne that day. Beautiful post, thank you. But just be careful with how you used but. But is only saying, you have to look at what you said before. It was crowded, but that means something changed. It was busy, but then it got quiet. That's how you use but. You must connect but to what you said before, not change different sentence and talk about something different. So I made it just and, because you added a new sentence and there were many restaurants. That's a different sentence. So thank you, Shirley, for sharing that. I think I sent it. I don't know. I'll just refresh. Let's read some more and then you can come up and present them. Adriano, this photo, I think you showed me this one. Yes, when you were working up at McLaren. Yes, McLaren Vale. So Adriano says, this photo was, that's good. He's talking about the past. So he's using his verb to be. This photo was taken this week. There doesn't need to be a comma at the end of a work afternoon in McLaren Vale. Full stop. We can see a beautiful sunset. You don't need to say can. Can means if you want to. So we saw. So I would say on the way home. On the way home, we saw a beautiful sunset. Yeah, perfect. On the way home, we saw a beautiful sunset. Maybe if you want, how did it make you feel? Which made me feel so relaxed? Or which was the most beautiful sunset I've ever seen? I don't know, you tell me. But very good photo using past verbs. And I love that Adriano added the time expression. He told us when. It was taken this week. And then he said, where? At the end of a work afternoon in McLaren Vale. On the way home, we saw. So he said that it's an irregular past verb of to see. We saw a beautiful sunset, which made me feel so relaxed. So very good. Thank you, Adriano, for sharing that. Anna, this photo was taken last Sunday in Adelaide. This is the sunset at Grange Beach. Yes, this was. This photo was taken last Sunday, I would say at Grange Beach. It shows the beautiful sunset that I saw that day. That I saw. So again, she said that it shows, the photo shows the beautiful sunset that I saw that day. And she said this photo was taken last Sunday in Adelaide at Grange Beach. That's so beautiful as well. Beautiful. Thank you for sharing that, and beautiful image as well. Beautiful. Okay. Yes, cool. So then Franco. Oh, this is cute. This photo was taken. This photo was taken This photo was taken last week in Argentina. Wow, only last week. So this photo was taken last week in Argentina. This is my little dog, Roma. We woke up together every morning. Now, when you said every morning, be careful because that's using the present simple because you're showing us a routine. So I'm just going to make it up just to make it a little bit using our past. That day, we woke up together, or that morning we woke up together and walked to the square, because you walk somewhere to and walk to the square. She didn't. This is good. He's using a negative in the past simple. Remember, didn't verb. She didn't use a leash. Now, she didn't do the action. You would say I, because you're the one that did the action. I didn't use a leash on her because she behaved pretty well. Good, a bit of spelling mistake. So just make sure you look at your spelling mistake. Because she behaved pretty well. She is beautiful. That's very nice. There's Roma. So thank you, Franco, for sharing Roma. And again, we're trying to practice using our past simple. So try to be careful not to give us a routine sentence because that uses the present simple. Okay, then we have Amalaris. This river is called the Eye of the Ghost. Full stop. It is in Ecuador, in the province of Chimborazo. Full stop. So you got to be careful. Make sure you're using full stop. Start a new sentence. It is a very quiet place. Now, I just want to practice the past. So it was a very quiet place where I'm going to put you in the subject. So where I shared a moment, or where I shared a day with my family and saw beautiful landscapes. Its waters were, we want to practice past, were very cold. It was a nice place to spend as a family. Yeah, it was a nice place to spend. We say to spend the day. Spend the day as a family. So good. Thank you for sharing that. Make sure we're using past simple. So we can see called. It was. I shared a day with my family. Or maybe I spent. I'll just make that I spent the day with my family and saw beautiful landscapes. Its waters were cold. It was a nice place to spend the day as a family. Beautiful. Okay, Min. Sorry, and this is the image. So beautiful. Okay, then we have Min says, okay, Min says, the city, that looks cute. The city of Adelaide in the summer will have a variety of fruits to pick. We don't want to practice, you're using future. Will is talking about the future. We want to practice the past. So I have to change your sentence. The city of Adelaide in summer has, I'll make that present, that's okay, has a variety of fruits to pick, including strawberries at a reasonable price, you mean? Choice? I think you mean price. I went with my daughter to pick strawberries. So maybe we can change, instead of try and give us, okay, the city of Adelaide in summer has a variety of fruits. Has a variety of fruits ready to pick. I went with my daughter So I went, that's from the past go. I went with my daughter to pick some ripe, some large and very ripe, to pick some ripe and very large to pick some ripe and very large strawberries. The weather was, remember, because you said you went there, you could tell me when was it? The weather was very pleasant. Fashionable place to go in the summer in Adelaide. Yeah, the weather was very pleasant. So we had a perfect day together. Do you want to tell me when did you go? And I can add it because that would be nice. And that is so cute. Oh, they are very big strawberries. Oh my God. So this is in the Adelaide Hills. So she said that she went with her daughter. That is so cute. Thank you for sharing. And she used a lot of her past simple. So she said she went, she picked. Okay, Yanis, sorry. Yesterday, good. So Yaneth used a time expression. And again, we use these time expressions. The easiest way is before the subject. So yesterday I had, that's good. It comes from the verb to have. I had an incredible experience in McLaren Vale, Adelaide. Full stop. Everyone can. Now we don't want to use can because that means if they want. Now, because in the past, don't use can. Everyone learnt about the process of different types of drinks, such as wine, tequila, and the entire process to be brought to Australia. Yeah, so everyone learnt. Instead of saying everyone, I'd say I spent the day learning about the process of making different types of drinks, such as wine and tequila. And about the entire process that brings it to Australia. I don't think it brings it to Australia because it's already happening in Australia, and the entire process that brings it to the locals, like to people, to the bar, like to. Okay, and that's good. That looks like an espresso martini. So very nice. Good that you're sharing real photos from your life and posting about it. So try and always remember using your past simple, because this photo was already taken in the past. Okay, Brian. The Christmas spirit has arrived in Adelaide. Now that's fine. I'll let you use a present simple. A present sentence. As long as you make sure you're talking about, because that's an introduction, so that's fine. I took this photo. Very good. It comes from the verb to take. It's irregular. I took this photo last Sunday. As soon as I got on the bus, I was amazed. It was something new for me. It was not something. It was an experience new to me. It was an experience new to me. Since in my country, public transport is not decorated. I didn't know they decorate the bus here. That's the first time I've ever seen it. So I'll just fix your sentence and then we'll look at the photo. It was an experience new to me. Since in my country, public transport is never decorated. As a past negative, we say like it was never, that since public transport is never decorated. It was a great experience. It was an experience new to me. Yeah, it was a great experience. Maybe because I already said, you could just say, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed seeing the Christmas spirit. I enjoyed seeing this, maybe, just to make it simple. I'm actually surprised. I've never seen that on our public transport, but I haven't been on one for a long time. So there you go. He showed us a photo that he took. Yeah, on the bus. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I never see. Did you see? Same, me too. So Brian, that must have been a very good experience. I know. Some people, they have music. Yeah, I know. It's funny when they put their music. They put it very loud. Yeah. So funny. Okay, let's do with one more. Let's do one more. Who's the lucky last? George. Time to change. That's fine. You can write a good introduction in the present. So it's an introduction. It's like a caption, you know, it could be in the present. Time to change. At that moment, I thought that my life would take a big change. Okay, so at that moment, I thought my life was, I want to try and practice the past, was going to take a change, was going to change. Where I would start almost from scratch, and here the history begins. Yeah, so at that moment, I thought my life to change. At that moment, I thought about my life and how I wanted it to change. Is that right? Did you want it to change? You were thinking about your life and how it was going to change. I thought about my life and how it was, maybe, and how it was going to change. Where I would start from almost scratch. Yeah, well, I'll start from almost scratch. And here the history begins. And here the history begins. Yeah, yeah. So very good. Thank you for showing that. And I like the little caption, time to change. And there we go, a moment by the water where you're thinking about your life and how it's going to change. Okay, maybe one more just to make sure I can finish as much of these before our break. Very beautiful. Sebastian, I think maybe you are the last one. Okay, so again, this is good because you're sharing real life photos. So it helps you to actually use that as an example to practice your English, to talk about the past simple, what happened, when did you take this photo, what is it about, what was happening, where were you, what did you do? So Sebastian 2, I think. This photo was taken when we started our adventure of getting to know a new country. We don't get to know a new country. So this photo was taken when we started our adventure to a new country. You don't really say to know, to a new country. Okay, sounds like when you were coming to Australia. It was also, that's good, it was from the verb to be, also the beginning of our studies of languages and other cultures. Fortunately, that means it's a good thing, the flight to Australia allowed us, good, regular verb, allowed us to get to know several countries. I don't think you would say it like that. Fortunately, the flight to Australia had some stopovers, so we saw some other countries on the way here. So is that what happened? You had some stopovers and you saw some other countries on the way here. When we arrived in Australia, good, so we have arrived, we were able to gain experiences and learnings that helped us to improve every day. Our family accompanied us in this farewell. That's good. So he's saying that our family came to say goodbye to us. Past regular with the ED, accompanied, that means come together. They accompanied us in this farewell, which was a sad moment. Good, was a sad moment, but full of joy at the same time. Very beautiful. Thank you for sharing that, Sebastian too. And there we go at the airport, departures. So it would have been a very good experience and good moment. Okay, good. So we were able to create a post and talk about it. And using a real image, a real picture, because that's what we do in real life. We post a real photo and we express what happened. What did we see? How did we feel? So good. That was using our past simple. Now, when we come back, we are going to talk about how was our evening. So we're going to be asking people what they did. So we're going to be able to say what happened and what they did. So by using how as a question, how was your evening? Okay, so we'll have a break. And when we come back, as I said, we'll be practicing using how was to ask about someone's weekend. How was your weekend? How was your evening? How was your day? How was your night? Okay, so we'll do all that. We'll look at the grammar and do some practicing. Okay, so let's have a break. Okay, guys, so we're back into our lesson. We're talking about how was your evening? So we're going to listen to 3 conversations and write down next to A, B, C, D, E, F, G, 1, 2, and 3, because there's 3 conversations. So which one of these conversations, was it in conversation 1 or 2 or 3 where you heard this sentence? Okay, so let's listen to a conversation, people talking about how was their evening. That means how was their night? How was it? Was it good? Was it bad? Did they enjoy it? Did they have fun? So how was your evening? Okay, and here we go.
Track 64, Unit 6D, Conversation 1.
Hi, how was your evening?
It was great, thanks.
Where did you go?
To a new cafe in town. We ate a burger and then walked along the river.
Who were you with?
My brother and his friend from when he was at school.
Conversation 2.
How was your weekend?
Fantastic. My friend had a party at his house. It went well.
Was it his birthday?
No, he passed his university exams, so he was really happy.
That's nice. Were there many people there?
Yes, there were. And I met his family for the first time. It was fun.
Conversation 3. I'm so tired.
Why? What did you do last night?
Not much. I stayed up late and watched a film. It was a bit boring, so I went to bed. But I couldn't sleep for ages. Did you have a good evening?
It was fine. I went to the gym and then I was in bed by 10.
Okay, so in conversation 1, or let's do it this way. Which conversation, 1, 2, or 3, said we went to a cafe and ate a burger? It was in conversation 1. Yeah, in the first one. Did you hear that? So this has 2 irregular verbs. We went from the verb go, and ate from the verb to eat. How about I stayed up late and watched a film? Stayed is a regular past verb and watched is a regular past verb. So 2 actions. We connect them by saying and. I stayed up late, that's 1 action, and watched a film. That was in conversation 3. How about my friend had a party? Now, had comes from the verb to have. It's irregular. Had was in conversation 2. I had a party. My friend had a party. I met a friend's family. So met comes from the verb to meet. It's irregular, and that was in conversation 2. We walked along the river. Walked, regular verb. That was in conversation 1. I couldn't sleep. That comes from the verb can. In the past, it's couldn't. And it's a negative. Couldn't, could not. We're connecting could not. So when you want to say can in the past, you say couldn't. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't find my bag. I couldn't go to the gym. I couldn't sleep. That was in conversation 3. And I went to the gym. That's from the verb go. It's irregular. That was in conversation 3. Okay, so we have some adjectives that we can use when people ask us, how was? Now, how was your evening? How was your day? How was your class? How was your work? How was your date? How was your movie night? we can use adjectives to tell someone our feeling. How did we feel? So you can say not bad, it was fun, nice, boring, terrible, okay, fantastic, fine, not very good. It was funny, great. These are adjectives. They're called opinion adjectives because they show someone how we feel, our opinion about what they asked us about our day. So if two smiley faces show that that's fantastic, like great, two smiley faces, we could also say it was funny. That would go, you can write the word funny here. That would mean like it's a good feeling. Two smiley face. One smiley face, it was fun. So you can write it was fun, nice, great. Now two smiley face, I'll just give you an extra one, which is not in our book. I use this one a lot. How was your day? It was perfect. How was your night? Oh, it was so perfect. That would be like saying two smiley face. So I'm really, really, really glad. It was beautiful. Even you can say beautiful with a two smiley face. Okay, this face here, which is like not really, it's like okay, not bad. It was fine. It was so. You know, you can think of this level as like, yeah, it was okay. It was so, not bad. So far, so good. So far, so good is maybe up here with the one, I would say that's so far, so good. One smiley face. Well, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Good point. It actually depends if you look at someone's expression, because they could say, oh, my day was great. But then do they look like they said it with happiness? No, it's like they're not really happy. They just said a word that meant really, really good, but they didn't show it in the way they say it. So the way they say it, their expressions. And this last one, the smiley face, yeah, it was boring, terrible, not very good, bad, really bad. Actually, because, yeah, you can add bad, really bad. Okay, do you guys have any other expressions that you use? So when someone asks you, how was your day? How was your evening? What else do you say? Do you know any other words that you use? Excellent. My day was excellent. Awesome. It was amazing. Not very good. Not so good. You could put so, not so good. Fantastic. Do you have any more? Do you guys use any other expressions? We don't really say so in English. Try not to say that. If you want, so is more like, yeah, it was okay, not bad, or it was great. You have to pick something else in English. Anyone? Do you have any other ways that you say you're feeling about something? No? Okay, so when we want to ask how questions, we've got some ways to do it. We can say, how was, and then put the subject, but the subject is not I, you, he, she, it, we, they. The subject is a possessive. So it's a different kind of subject. So possessive, you have to use your, how was your day? His, how was his day? Her, if it's a female. Their, if I'm talking about many people, how was their day? Or our, if I'm with the subject. So how was our day? And then the noun. The reason why I put noun, because how was your day? How was your evening? How was your job interview? How was your exam? How was your test? Do you guys have any other ways? Any other questions? I've got lots of them here. I've got, how was your week? How was your weekend? How was your interview? How was your day off? If Yeah, not the break, because a break is different. It's a day off, like you didn't go to work. So how was your break is a very different part of a break is like when we had now, a break. Yeah, like a short break and then we come back. But a day off means you don't go to work that day. How was your day off? How was your weekend? We don't say how was your last week. How was your weekend? How was your party? Maybe if you had a party, or how was the party? Maybe you went somewhere. How was last Christmas? How was Saturday night? You can ask about a particular night if you know that your friend went somewhere. Oh, how was Friday night? How was your sleep? This is a very nice one. Do you have any more questions?
Your holiday.
How was your holiday? Perfect. How was your holiday? So we do not say vacation in Australia. It's not very common. We say holiday. Even sometimes we add an S. How was your holidays? How was your holiday? Yeah. So maybe holiday, somebody went away for 2 days, 3 days, 1 month. Doesn't matter. How was your holidays? They went away or they had time off work.
What do you do?
No, we're using how was your and then something. Does anyone have any other? How was your Diego? How was? Do you have any other ways? Online, anyone? How was how was your soccer game? How was so maybe someone played a game, soccer game. How was your tennis game? How was your football game? Yeah, really good. How was your football game? Yeah, whatever sport. Yeah. How was your any other way? Online? I haven't heard, I heard how was your holiday from I think maybe Victor. How was your Christmas? So you could put occasion. This just means occasion. Your Christmas, your birthday. How was your birthday? Yeah. So I'll put
How was
occasion.
your trip?
How was your what? Sorry?
Trip.
Yes. Yeah, good. So I'm going to put that next to holiday. That was really good. How was your trip? Yeah. How was your evening? We don't have evening. We can put that here. A night. How was your job yesterday? Yeah. I'll put that here. How was your work, your job? Yeah. How was your date? Like I said, if you went out on a date. So make sure you put a question mark to all these questions. How was your date?
How was your English class?
How was your English class? How was your English class? Yeah. How was your, yeah. Okay, we can respond by saying, we kind of looked at them before. Terrific. These are just some different ones. Yeah, it was good. It was amazing. It was super. I don't use this one. This is very American, but I don't really use it. But you could say it. It was super, super good. It was horrible. That means really, really bad. It was so bad. This one, horrible. Horrible. Like terrible. Horrible. Yeah. Because you don't pronounce H. Yeah, horrible. No, we say horrible. Similar to terrible, bad. Like, yeah, the same. So, like I said, it is English, but it's not very common to say that. Yeah, it's more common in Spanish to use that way. It was awful. That's same like horrible. I should put them together because these are the same. Horrible, awful, terrible. So far so good. Yeah, you could say that. How was it? So far so good. Excellent. Wonderful. Any other responses? Have you guys used any others when someone asks you? Wonderful. What else? That's okay. That's why you learn now, vocab. You increase your vocab. Wonderful. Pronunciation. Yeah, wonderful. Yeah. Horrible. Any other ones online? Do you say any other good, great, it was okay? Any other ones that I don't have here? Can you think of any other responses? What do you say after someone asks you something? Okay, so we've got other ways of asking. So we know one way is to say how was. Another way, so asking what people did, is we've got these ways that we can asking what people did. So we can say, let's put how was, because that was the first one we learnt. How was subject, but it's a possessive subject. So that's the first one we learnt. How was your day? How was your friend's party? Whatever. How was, you can change the subject. How was his exam? You could say was. Was it, and then you have to put an opinion adjective. So you have to use those feelings like, was it great? Oh, was it nice? Actually, let me go back. I just remembered one. How was your meal? How was your meal? Was it? So was it great? Was it amazing? Was it nice? Depends. What? Yeah. Did I put how was your day? Another way is by using the 6 W's. So what, when, where, why. Like where was or who were you with? Where was your friend? So if it's about a person, you say who. Who is for a person. So when I want to ask like, who did you go with? Who did you see? I say who. Where is for a place. Where did you go? Where did you meet him? Where did you travel? So when I want to ask about a place. And what is more about an activity. Like, what did you see in the movie? Activity. What sports did you play when you were young? What film did you watch? We could use it with did. What did you do? How did you get there? What did you say? Yeah, if I didn't hear someone, what did you say? Yeah. So remember, this verb here does not have an ed because the did is the past part. So what did you say? What did you see? Where did you go? How did you get there? How did you find her? Yeah, of do. It comes from the verb to do. So in the past, did. Yeah. Okay, so put that like that. The fifth one is did. You can start your question with did. Did you like the movie? Did you go by yourself? Did you meet someone? Okay, then yeah, that's some ways that we can ask questions. So just remember this part, that what is about an activity, where is about a place, and who is about a person.
Example, the Python.
Yeah. Yep. So an example of number 5. Did you enjoy the movie? Did you like the meal? Did you find the place easy? Did you go by yourself? Did you pass the test? Did you finish your homework? Yeah, so there's no ed on this verb because did is the past. So any questions on how we're asking? We're asking what people did. So we can use how was. That's the first one we learnt. Okay. So now we're going to listen to a conversation and hear a real conversation about people asking about past, what someone did in the past. Okay, so we're going to fill in the missing words for the conversation. We're going to listen to the audio and fill in the missing words for number 4. Okay, so let's hear the audio. And fill in the missing words.
Track 64, Unit 6D, Conversation 1.
Hi, how was your evening?
It was great, thanks.
Where did you go?
To a new cafe in town. We ate a burger and then walked along the river.
Who were you with?
My brother and his friend from when he was at school.
Conversation 2.
How was your weekend?
Fantastic. My friend had a party at his house. It went well.
Was it his birthday?
No, he passed his university exams, so he was really happy.
That's nice. Were there many people there?
Yes, there were. And I met his family for the first time. It was fun.
Conversation 3. I'm so tired.
Why? What did you do last night?
Not much. I stayed up late and watched a film. It was a bit boring, so I went to bed. But I couldn't sleep for ages. Did you have a good evening?
It was fine. I went to the gym, and then I was in bed by 10.
Okay, so let's see what we heard from the conversation. So we have, I'm going to get Clayton. Are you online? Victor?
Yeah.
Okay, Victor, you are A in the conversation, and Franco? Sebastian too?
You listen to me?
Yes.
Okay.
Who's that? Franco. Okay, Franco, you are B, and Victor, you are A. So read the conversation with the answers that you put. Okay, so go ahead.
Okay. Hi. How was your evening?
It was great. Thanks.
Where did you go?
To a new cafe in town. We ate a burger and then walk along the river.
Who did you with?
My bro-
Who were you with?
Sorry, teacher. Who?
Who were?
Who were? Who were you with?
my brother and his friend.
How was your weekend?
Fantastic. My friend had a party at his house. It went well.
What did his birthday?
No, he passed his university exam, so he was really happy.
That's nice. Where did many people there?
Were there many people there?
Were there?
Mm-hmm.
That's nice. Were there many people there?
Yes, there were, and I met his family for the first time. It was fun.
I'm so tired.
Why? What you do last night?
What did?
Sorry.
Yeah. What did? So we have to push our voice when we say that. What did you do last night?
Not much. I stayed up late and watched the film. It was a bit boring, so I went to bed, but I couldn't sleep for ages. Did you have a good evening?
It was fine. I went to the gym, and then I was in bed by 10.
Yes, and then I was. Make sure that when you have S's at the end of the word, you push it like a stronger S, Z, or snake sound. So I was in bed by 10. Yes. It was fine. I went to the gym and then I was in bed by 10. Now I say it very fast, but was, there's a Z, very strong. I was in bed.
Okay.
Okay, good. Thank you for reading that. So now we are going to get into groups and create our own conversations similar to what we heard. Only one conversation. So you're going to be in a group and you're going to ask each other, how was your trip? But not just say, oh, it was great. Talk about it. Oh, it was great. What did you do? Well, I did this, and then my mum got sick, and then I had to help her, and then my father then went to somewhere, and then this happened and that happened. So you're going to really talk a lot. Okay, so you're going to get into groups and you're going to create your own conversations. You could be friends, you could be a mother and children talking to each other, you could be any character you want. And you're asking, oh, what happened? How was your school day? How was your trip to London? Whatever. So you're going to talk lots of things. Okay, let's get into groups and we'll come back. We'll look at the English, look at the grammar, and then we'll present it. Okay, so I'll look at this one as an example by Shirley. So we're writing conversations using our past simple. So Shirley's team has written, how was the movie you went to see yesterday? Perfect. Good question. How was the movie you went to see yesterday? Not very good. I still prefer action movies. Why didn't you like it? It felt... so you could say it as a subject, it felt quite boring. Or really, we say the movie was boring. The storyline, or even the storyline was boring. The storyline was quite boring. I'm going to take off, I still prefer action movies, because you kind of already gave a reason. So, how was the movie you went to see yesterday? Not very good. Yeah, or maybe it wasn't very good. It wasn't very good is more common. So we say it wasn't very good. And then you can say, why? Why? Why didn't you like it? So we can do a double why. Why? Why didn't you like it? So we can, that's very common in English. We could say, why? Why didn't you like it? You could say, well, the storyline was quite boring. Where did you go after the movie? So it's more common to just continue the conversation by, did you go anywhere? So you can add anywhere. Did you go anywhere after the movie? So it's a did question. So we say yes or no first. So yes, I went to a Korean restaurant with some friends to have a barbecue. The dishes there were delicious. Yeah, we usually say the meals. The meals there were, because plural, were delicious. We should go together sometime. That's good. That's a good invitation. We should go there sometime. So I'm going to put an exclamation mark because you're saying that with excitement, like, we should go there sometime. Wow, of course. Don't forget to let me know if there's something good. Where? I don't know, like, don't forget to let me know if there's something good, like, about what? I'm not sure what that question means. So what did you mean by that, Shirley? Don't forget to let me know if there's something good. Like, where? Yeah. Well, they did, but they told you Korean, the barbecue was good. So I don't understand. What are you asking extra? I would say because they said we should go there together, you should respond, wow, of course. Yes, let's go this weekend. Something like that. You've got to respond to the question. So always be careful. I notice a lot of language learners, they don't listen to the question that somebody asked them or to the sentence that someone said. So someone said, we should go there sometime. So you should really try and give a complete response by saying, yeah, not just, yeah, of course, but okay, yeah, maybe on the weekend or maybe next weekend. So try and always respond with, okay, they said to you, let's go. So you tell them when you're free, pretty much. So I think it's more natural if I add, wow, of course, yes, let's go this weekend. And then the person responds, absolutely, my friend. Perfect conversation. Thank you, Shirley. And who was your team? Adriano. Yeah, Adriano, you're always very quick and fast with your exercise.
Nicholas,
I remember.
Nicholas, I speak a lot, too much.
Because you speak too much. That's good. Now I think we have time. Did anyone else upload? No? Okay, Shirley and Adriano, do you want to read your responses? So Adriano, you're online, and Shirley, you could just read from there. So remember the one that I corrected for you. Okay, let's listen to the conversation, Shirley and Adriano. So we don't, I know it's because Adriano is not here, he's not in class, but we'll still put it, so perfect with using the past simple, really good. And I made it a bit more natural. You've got to add words like, well, when someone asks you a question, we always do that. Well, that's very common. Okay, so let's.
How was the movie you went to see yesterday?
She said it was very. So, all right, so then, oh, why? Why did you come? Well, the storyline was boring. Did you go? I went to a Korean restaurant with some friends to have fun. Grilled, delicious. So those friends some so absolutely like it. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you. Because we had online. Maybe he wasn't listening. That's okay. I read for you the conversation. Okay, do we have another one? Is anyone else finished with their conversation? No worries. That Franco has uploaded his. So we have another conversation. I'll look at it and then you can read it. Okay, so Franco's conversation. Remember, we were practicing using the past simple. Hi, dude. I think it's meant to be hi, dude. How was your weekend? Hello, Franco. Was great. Was great. It was great. Yeah, it was great. Yeah, that's fine. You can actually say that was great. I went to Glenelg. So remember the name of the beach? We put it in capital because it's the name of a place. I went to Glenelg Beach with my sister and her dog, because she's a female, with my sister and her dog. You can't really keep continuing. You can only do it once. So you got to repeat. You got to say the subject again. It was a wonderful time. It's more common to say we had a wonderful time. We had a wonderful time. What did you do? That's good. That's a good way to ask someone else. And what did you do? Not so much. On Friday, so we say on days of the week. On Friday, I went with Adriano to a bar. Saturday and Sunday, I just slept. Too rainy. Good. We got to use the TOO because that's the one that means too much. So remember, if you can replace it with too much, then it's the TOO. The TO is a preposition which we use with a verb or as a preposition to say, you know, I wanted to go to Paris, to somewhere, to a location. So we've got to use the TOO, which means also or too much. So Saturday and Sunday, I just slept. Was too rainy. I would say was too rainy. It's a little bit not of a natural, it stops too quickly. In English, it'd be more natural to say was too rainy to go anywhere. That's a bit more natural language. It's too short to just say was too rainy. Only like, did you enjoy the day? No, was too rainy. But this is more like, you know, you were talking about on Friday, I went with Adriana to a bar. Saturday and Sunday, I just slept. Was too rainy to go anywhere. What did you do last night? Good. A lot of good past questions. I found a great series to watch. Again, it's more natural to make it. I watched a great series to watch. Was amazing. It's not common to keep saying was. You could do it maybe once or twice, but then you've got to bring back that subject. It was amazing. So I found a great series to watch. It was amazing. What did you do? Last night I had a party at, so we say at my place. I had a party at my place. We just drank, make sure that's an irregular verb, drank, D-R-A-N-K. We just drank some beers and talked all dinner. Do you mean all night? And talked all night. So last night I had a party, I would say with some friends. Again, it's more natural with some friends at my place. We just drank some beer and talked all night. Good. Okay, do you want to practice that conversation? So Franco and I'm not sure who your partner was. Oh, and
Lulu.
Edward. Okay, so Edward, come up. I know everybody has an online friend today. Make sure you read the one that I replied back to. Okay.
Hi, Lulu. How was your weekend?
Hello, friend. What was great? I went to Laila with my team in Hedor. We had a wonderful time. Where did you go? What did you do?
Not so much. On Friday, I went with Adriano to a bar. Saturday and Sunday, I just slept. Was too rainy to go anywhere. What did you do last night?
I found a great series to watch. Well, it was amazing. What did you do?
Last night I had a party with some friends at my place. We just drank some beers and talked all night.
Yes. Really good. Lots of good questions. How was your weekend? What did you do? What did you do last night? Yeah, so really good. Okay, who was next? I'll just refresh. Next team, we have, I don't think anyone's uploaded yet. No? We have Amalaris. I'll check it first and then you can do it. So, hello. They told me that you went on a trip. How was it? Where did you go? Good. Who's they? It's a bit funny to just say a subject as they. You should say, my parents maybe told me that you went on a trip. How was it? Where did you go? That's really good. I like the two double questions. We do that in English. We say, oh, how was it? Where did you go? Who did you see? We do that a lot in English. Hi. I had a trip to Hong Kong. It's more common to say I went to Hong Kong. So we're just very simple. I went. So I would respond by saying, yeah, because you said, how was it? Where did you go? Hi, yeah. So it's more common we use, yeah, I went to Hong Kong. The weather was, we've got to use the past, the weather was so hot. A bit more common to say so hot. The weather was so hot. Now again, someone asked you, how was it? And you talked about the weather. So you've got to say, it was good, but the weather was so good. So you've got to use your adjective, you know, it was good. Yeah, it was really nice. It was bad. I had a great, like, you got to give a general feeling first before you talk something too specific, like the weather. So I would say it was good. It was good, but the weather was so hot. It was fun. So we don't do a question like that. We start with a verb. Was it fun? We don't say, was it fun? We say, did you have fun? Of course. It's hot, but it's a fun trip. Again, I don't need to say hot. I would have said, yeah, of course. Again, a bit more detail. Yeah, of course. I saw many places. Maybe a little bit more detail. That's more natural. You went with your family. Again, we don't start the question with a subject. We say, did you go with your family? Oh no, only me. Hee, I like that. Hee. We do it like that. Only me. That's okay. We say that's okay, not it's okay. That's okay. That's okay. Did you visit a special place? Yeah, we say, did you visit any special place? Yes, I went to the sea. That's not really a special place. A special place is more like where there's a monument, like a, like a museum, a church. The sea, it's not a special place. That's just, where did you go? Oh, we went to the sea. It's not a special place. So I would just say, what was your favorite part? So what did you enjoy the most? Well, that's a question. What did you enjoy the most? I went to the sea. It was very pleasant and cool. Yeah, a bit formal to say pleasant. Pleasant is more, not very casual language. So I would say it was beautiful. It was beautiful and cool because it was so hot. So it was good to get that cool. It was beautiful and cool. Cool. Okay, I will go out now. Wish you have a nice night. Yeah. So, okay, I will go out now. I have to go now. I think it's more common. We say, okay, I have to go now. I wish you have a nice night. Yeah. Okay, take care. Bye. Goodbye is BYE. We don't bye. Yeah, it's more common to say, okay, take care, bye, see you soon. Okay, perfect. So whose team was that? Amalaris and who did you have? Amalaris and Min. Ah, yes, Min. Okay, Min, are you online to say your conversation? No, maybe I will read it. Okay, so Min. Okay. Hello, my first word means including on the street. For what? Where you go? Yeah, I went to Hong Kong. It was good, but the weather was so hot. Did you have food? Of course, I saw many places. Did you were you funny? Oh no, only me. What did you enjoy the most? Enjoy. The city is very beautiful and full. Cool. Okay, I have to go now. I wish you have a nice night. Okay, yes, perfect. Okay, so that's all we had time for, guys. Yes, no worries, Min. I read it for you, but you can see there. So that was really good. We used a lot of our past tense, our past simple to talk about asking someone, how was your night? How was your trip? Where did you go? What did you see? Bye. Okay, so we will continue with next lesson. We're going to be looking at how to write messages. Okay, so how to write messages using our past simple. We'll do all that tomorrow. So see you guys tomorrow for the next lesson. And bye,
See ya,
guys. Good
teacher.
night.
Yeah.
Bye. Bye, Franco.
Take care.
Bye. See you all very soon. Bye.
Teacher.
Bye, Min. Hope you're feeling much better. Bye, Clayton.
Thanks, teacher.
See ya. See you tomorrow. That's good. See you, Victor. See you all next time.